Spokesperson speaking to us just about the state of the roads at the moment in KwaZulu-Natal, and of course safety measures that we all need to ensure that we adhere to on the road. In other news, a holiday traffic queue almost 10 kilometers long has built up on the N4 toll road before the Lebombo Border Post with Mozambique at Komatipoort. Mpumalanga traffic officials have advised motorists on the N4 to turn south at Malelane and use the Mananga Border Post into Swaziland and then through Namacha into Mozambique. Mpumalanga Safety and Security spokesperson Joseph Mabuza says a multi-department law enforcement contingent has been deployed on the N4 to ensure the safety of motorists. All right, for another update, we now cross to our reporter Mweli Masilela, who is at the Lebombo Border Post. Mweli, and any updates in as far as how traffic flow is looking like? Has it picked up in over the last hour, or have motorists been able to slowly but surely make their way through the border?
Good afternoon to you once again. Yes, as we reported earlier, it's still very busy, the side of the Lebombo Border Post. I can tell you that early in the morning there was a gridlock, which means that there were no vehicles passing in from Mozambique into South Africa and no vehicles passing into Mozambique from the South African side. What has happened here, there was a clash between motorists because they are becoming impatient. They are saying, some of them we spoke to, they've been here since 6 a.m., that is 6 in the morning, but still they are still stuck here. Some are saying that they are going to church, they haven't made it into Mozambique, so it looks like by the look of things now they are still going to be here for a long time. But what the traffic authorities are saying is that they are trying their best, because where we are now, it's the 7-kilometer area whereby they are trying to clear into Mozambique, which means public transport. They are being cleared here. Once they are done with the stamping of passports and all that, they are being escorted into Mozambique. That makes the movement of traffic a bit easier here. But it looks like as the day passes by, they are saying they're expecting things to be much hectic, because you know that there are still people who will be leaving from Johannesburg and other parts of the country to this site later today. So we'll be here monitoring, but it looks like the frustration is mounting from the people whom we've talked to here.
Mweli, now you did mention that it was over 34 degrees in terms of the heat over there. How are motorists handling this? It must be quite a frustrating time being in the sweltering heat. And are they able to hydrate themselves, or at least even find spots to relieve themselves if need be?
Well, you can see myself, I'm also sweating here. It is way too hot. As I said earlier, it's 34 degrees Celsius. I spoke to some of the people who are traveling into Mozambique. They're saying that it's a problem because in terms of young people, there are babies that they are also traveling with. Some of the babies are crying, some they're even hungry, because the issue of access to water and food here is also a problem. Some are saying that even if there is some food available, the food that is being sold here, it's quite expensive for them because they are trying to save for Christmas. They've been working for the whole year trying to save, so that by this time of this year they'll be able to send something home. As you can see, just behind me passing by is an ambulance from the Mozambican side. As I told you earlier, that there's been clashes here. There are some people who were injured, so I think that now this ambulance has just picked up some of those who are injured. They are taking them back into Mozambique. We're expecting also that there will be some medical personnel from the South African side, because it's not only about those who are injured. As we have touched on the issue of the scorching sun here, it's very hot, so anything can happen. And also those motorists who are becoming impatient, we understand some have already bumped each other that side of the road from those cars that are coming through from that side. So a lot is happening. We'll be here, we'll keep you updated in terms of what is happening. It's back to you.
Mweli, just before I let you go, what have the border personnel said in terms of trying to get the people who are, of course, trying to get through the border? What processes are they putting in place to make sure that they speedily assist motorists who are trying to go through?
We so wanted to speak to the border officials because, as I told you, at the point where we are now, we are not exactly at the border because we can't move closer to the border because of the traffic issues. But we are hoping that later in the day we'll be able to speak to them. What we know at this moment is that the number of people servicing at the border has been beefed up. There's a lot of officials that have been deployed to try and fast track the process of clearing the travelers. As I've said, you can just look even behind me. Those people behind me, they want to go through so that they can be cleared, but it's difficult. Even the traffic authorities, they are saying that they can't be allowing many vehicles to pass at the time. They are only allowing like 40 vehicles to pass through. So people are becoming impatient. There's people talking just next to me here. They are frustrated because they're saying this process is very slow. In fact, some have suggested that it's about time the two governments, that of Mozambique and South Africa, come up with a strategy, because we know that each and every year this is what happens. Traffic comes at a gridlock here. So they're saying perhaps it's time they come up with a strategy that will help in terms of clearing the travelers quite quickly. But that is something that is going to take some time, because we can't expect it to happen overnight. What people are concerned about, it's what is happening now, because they are becoming impatient. They want to be at their different destinations at this moment, but they are stuck here.
All right, so that's our reporter, Mweli Masilela, just giving us the latest in terms of the traffic there on the N4 as motorists are trying to make their way through the borders. And of course, it's proving to be absolutely frustrating and difficult at the moment.